Riboflavin. That sounds like a fucking Simlish word.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
I haven't exercised in a while either. And it's so hard to start. I like don't even. I almost want to get rid of my stupid subscription to Pilates Anytime because I just haven't been using it. And like one of the instructors on the thing, like she annoys the crap out of me.
Yeah, get rid of it.
And not a beginner. She like her beginners classes are like actually quite difficult. So I'm like, what the fuck is this beginners center bullshit? Like I hate this thing. And so yeah, and it's like $22 a month, and I'm just not. I don't know. I have to figure something else out. At least like, if I can just do like 10 to 20 minutes a day, and maybe I could find like a free playlist on YouTube. I'm gonna do that because it was working for me at the apartment. I just God, this room is so fucking small, and like I have no room for anything. It's making it worse. But I just have to like, I don't know.
Get rid of that ish.
I walk into this room and it's like kind of like, it's depressing. But I'm just depressed right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Any opportunity to do something slightly different is an opportunity to get out of that room, you know.
I know, it's just my anxiety so bad that I feel like I'm kind of stuck. Like I don't have a choice. Don't really have a choice right now.
I'm a little fish.
But thank you for calling and
Sarah, girl, I won't ever pass up on an opportunity to speak to you. Ever. Unless I'm literally unable to do so.
Yeah, I know. I mean, this is pretty bad, though. This is pretty bad. Like, my parents have, like, no fucking idea. Like, they're
oblivious.
They're no fucking help. Kind of disturbing, to be honest. They're so in their own world. They don't fucking give a shit. Like this moment, I tell my mom, she goes, "Do you feel better?" I'm like, "Yeah, I feel kind of better." And then she goes, "Oh, good." And then she just, then she just drops it and never brings it up again. Never asks me how I'm doing. Like she just thinks I'm fine all of a sudden because I said I was fine for a second. She hasn't asked me once since then. Some fucking caring person.
Have you tried speaking to her since, like, about it?
Not really. But she should know better.
She should. I think a lot of people are really fucking clueless. Genuinely speaking, especially our parents. I know I can't ask my parents for help.
Yeah.
So.
I can't. I don't know why I keep going back to them. I should just like.
Well, it seems like every now and then your mom does reach out a hand and at least help a little bit. But yeah, it's sometimes it's like
She's helpless. Like she doesn't know how to help me. She doesn't even know how to help herself. So there's no fucking way she can help me.
Right.
She's not introspective. Like if she can't help herself, there's no way she can help me. My dad's the same way. It's like they've always got something else going on. And like my depression is like the least of their fucking worries. It's just a fucking burden. Like, ugh, here we go again. And then my dad's telling me how to feel and all the other bullshit. Telling me stop feeling sad. Fuck you. I'm sorry, but fuck you. You fucking ignorant piece of work. The fucking ignorance, I swear to God. And like the amount of depression on his side of the family, it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? So yeah, it's just baffling. It's just kind of baffling. Like, wow.
Do you have any more family coming over during the summer? Or?
No. Thank goodness.
I feel like you like seeing family, though.
I do, but it's a bit much. Like when you have Mike and Linda and the kids, and then Ashley comes, and especially when Ashley comes, because she wants to hang out. And like lately, like you know me, it's kind of I don't I'm not always in the mood to hang out. Like sometimes I need to like just be by myself and recharge
Yeah.
in order to feel normal. And so when she was here, I was forcing myself to like expend the little amount of energy that I even possibly had, you know, spending time with them. And I really didn't get any reprieve. Like I really had no time to recover.
Were you
From
happy to
work.
at least have done it, though?
Yeah, of course, but it was a bit much for me. You know, and then on top of that, you know, she was a bit manic when she was here. Like she's got bipolar.
Really?
Yes. So, and it's only ever come out twice in her life, and both during traumatic periods. So the first time was when she got into a car accident, and then all of a sudden she like saw like a thing switch in her head, and she went manic and like had like delusions and stuff like that. And then the second time was when her husband died, and that was like a few years ago. And she's still like she seems like she's still like she had to be hospitalized. Like one of her friends like had to help her, and she went to the hospital, a clinic or whatever, and then they diagnosed her with bipolar, and then they put her on medication. And then, but she's since stopped taking the medication. She probably didn't like the way it made her feel. But I can tell she is walking on a tightrope. Like she's just kind of like on the brink of like, I don't know. She just seems like she's on the verge of like, you know, if something terrible were to happen, she would break. That's my feeling. And she was really loud, like she's super loud when she talks, and she was like driving my mom crazy because she was so loud, and she wanted to like spend the night here one time, just her, and she was so loud the whole time. And then she like got into like a weird little tiff with my dad or something like that. It was weird.
Is she, so when you say manic, is she like manic, like angry manic, or like
No, she's
just like all over the place?
She's just kind of all over the place, and she's like coming from places you don't know where she's coming from. Like it's not normal. Not like she's acting a bit weird, and you can tell she's very like in her head. And
In
yeah,
what way?
She said something to my dad, like she called him out or something like that for probably being an asshole. And she said something, I think my dad was like, he really shouldn't have been saying this in front of Ashley anyways, because he knows how she is. And he said something like, I've been with the lawyers, with the farm, and getting everything together. And he was basically just like, no one's basically giving him any credit for anything. Is essentially how he feels. And then she goes, well, yeah, congratulations, but like, you're a bit, don't you think you're being a bit narcissistic about it, like, or arrogant? And then he like snapped back at her, And then she was like, well, geez, sorry. And then she like wouldn't drop, like she was like apologizing and then she wouldn't stop apologizing. She's like, you're not mad at me, are you? And then she just kept on asking him that, like pretty much the entire time she was here. She's like,
Ugh.
no, but you're not mad at me, right? And then he's like, no, I'm not mad. She goes, okay. She's like, no, but seriously though, you're not mad. And like, she would not drop it. And like the whole time. Like, dude, Ashley, you have to understand how my dad's a guy. When he says he's not mad, you just have to take him for his word and just drop it. Even if he says he's not mad, whatever emotion he is, he's gonna fucking lie about it anyway. So just take it, like, he's gonna forget about it in 30 minutes, trust me. But like her mind just doesn't work like that. And so yeah, so she was like, so not only that, but her voice was like at an outdoor level the entire time. Like she was at an 8 out of 10. Like she was amplified. And she doesn't normally talk this loud. Like she's a loud person. But she was like shouting when she was speaking.
Jeez.
And it was so loud. And it just seemed like, you know, why are you talking so loudly? Like, and it was weird because nobody around her was speaking at the volume at which she was speaking. So it was weird when I would talk to her as if I were talking to you right now. Like I'm very soft-spoken, very chill. So I'd talk to her like, you know, whatever. It wouldn't register with her. Like she would just go straight back to an 8.
Jeez.
It's like, yeah. And so just like little things like that where it's like, okay, she seems like pretty with it, cognizant. She also said that, you know, she's not on medication or anything like that, but she's like, but I have to exercise every day. She's like, that's my medicine. So she's like, I'm fine as long as I have to exercise every single day for the endorphins. And I'm like, I get that. Like I was calling my exercise my medicine 6 months ago. You remember that?
Yeah.
It's like the only thing, like after Xanax and everything like that, I was like, well, I have to do this like at least like 3 to 5 times a week in order for me to feel like good or normal or good, whatever, you know, like it was helping like tremendously. And it was like starting to get colder, so I think that was helping my mood too. So the exercise and the weather, I think, really improved my overall mood and like motivation and inspiration. And I really was like, oh, I want to get strong. Like, ooh, I'm gonna be like, and I was like excited to go outside and go like hiking and stuff. I was like, I'm gonna be fucking strong. Like I want to exercise, not to get lean or anything. I just want to feel strong and happy. And that's why it was working. And I was able to do it. Just because I was in such a rut for so long. So I would like to get back to that point. But it's really hard being at home. It's just really hard getting into that mind state of like that motivational, like, you know, I just really want to get well and get healthy and enough of this anxiety bullshit. I'm over it and I need to handle it differently, and like I need to learn how to, you know, like do things. If it makes me feel good, do that. If it doesn't make me feel good, don't do that. Like I should really just simplify it and have it be that. But it's really hard. It's really hard. It's hard being in this room and having that state of mind. Really hard. But I'm gonna try to get there.
I know you will, Terra Girl. The fact that you're even talking like this is a sign that your spirit obviously tells you that you want to be better and you want to do more. You have the capacity to do it. You gotta push yourself and push through this.
Yeah, definitely. I know, I think exercising is gonna help me tremendously. It's just, it's really hard right now just because of my I don't really have that much energy right now. And I need to just, you know what I need to do is just prioritize my mental and just make that a number one. And I need to like meditate and exercise.
And eat better. And eat better.
And eat better and sleep, like do all of the things and just get, yeah, and eat better and quit vaping because I will feel better. I definitely will feel better. And I need to replace vaping with something healthy. So like whenever I like am stressed out and I want to vape, I like need to sit down and meditate for 5 minutes or something. Like I need to replace it with something, at least for the time being, because and I need to make a decision. I need to be like, this is it. This is the end, and I need to believe that. And I need to not be lenient and be like, now if you want to go back, you can. Like, no, it has to be a big fat no. Never again. Like, I want to be a non-smoker for the rest of my life. And it just needs to happen. It needs to happen. And I need to replace it with something else, either whether it be exercise or meditation. I mean, it's gotta be, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. It's just, yeah. I mean, these are the thoughts that just bang around my head all day. I'm just talking out loud right now, but this is just things I've been thinking of nonstop and yeah. Yeah, but it seems like I'm just like on this constant like thought loop of just constant scarcity. Like I'm always like, I need to do this, I need to do that. Like it's really hard for me to just sit and be like, I have everything I need. I'm like, I'm in a state of extreme deprivation, which is like making, obviously, like one of the reasons why I feel the way I feel all the time. Where it's just like, I should be farther along than this. I'm not getting any younger. I'm like looking at myself in the mirror. I'm gonna be 29 in 2 weeks, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna be young forever. Like, this is, you know. And I'm like even looking at myself, and I'm like, I don't even like the way I look anymore.
Why you say that, Kara girl?
I don't know. It's just like something that's like manifested.
In what way?
And when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, I'm getting older, and I don't really like what I'm seeing right now. And I'm scared of like, you know, losing that like youthful glow. Like I'm very scared of that.
Girlie, yeah. You do not have that to worry about. You're very pretty.
I'm irrationally nervous about that. It's just I'm like right now I've created this that's another problem on my shoulder.
Tara girl. Don't think about that. You've got nothing to worry about. You're extremely pretty.
I don't feel like that right now. I mean, like, I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's just a symptom of like all this stuff going on.
Yeah. Let's chalk that to your brain being neggy, because you're very, very, very pretty. You do not have that to worry about, I promise.
Sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, you look like an old hag.
Oh, that's so.
I swear to God.
You're being mean to yourself. Be kind to oneself.
Yeah, it's just, that's just a symptom of like all this shit going on, and I'm like, damn. It's a lot of self-hate, a lot of self-hatred. It's just all coming down on me simultaneously. And then I'm like, because you're vaping, your singing sucks. So like I can't even like, I don't even sound good. Yeah, it's all negative. It's like all negative, and I'm sorry for being so negative. But I'm just like telling you what I've been thinking constantly.
Well, if it's any consolation, obviously, I think very highly of you. I think your singing is still very pretty. I know you need practice from your own personal experience, but your singing is good. You're very pretty. You're still youthful. And I still think you have a very good attitude. You're one of the few people that makes me genuinely laugh.
That's very nice of you to say.
You are youthful. Alright. I'm not gonna feed your neggy brain with this stuff. I don't know why you think that. You're crazy. That is totally your brain being just mean to yourself. You're crazy.
Sometimes when the light hits, like I'm not wearing any makeup and the light hits me at a certain angle, I look like an old hag.
Oh my god.
I swear to God.
You nutcase.
I swear to fucking God, dude. Ugh.
You're so mean. You're not. What the hell is this guy just doing standing here? I thought I cleared this out. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing in this goddamn game. I'm supposed to be finding a chicken. I'm supposed to be finding a chicken egg, but I don't know where the fuck to find chickens. I'm like ready to look up a guide because this game does not really give you any like indication on where to go. You also like your map is like so basic. Like you don't know where you are on the map. When you say where am I, she goes, I think I'm over here.
I'm somewhere over the ocean. I'm somewhere in the...
Which is not the case. I'm right here.
Pacific Ocean.
I'm right here. But alright, I gotta get a chicken egg. I gotta
over the water.
How the fudge do I get a chicken egg?
Wait, click on the extra offering. Click on the get one chicken egg. Click on that. Does it tell you around where it is, or?
No. It don't. Get one chicken egg. Okay, well I have to visit Hununami, which is over here. So. Alright, so I gotta...
Might as well go over there.
Because right now I'm at Purubu.
Uh-huh.
I also just learned I can fly off of these trees.
Can't do that in Breath of the Wild.
No, you can't. Hey, I'm gonna say something crazy. This game's better than Breath of the Wild.
What?
I'm gonna get lambasted for saying shit like that. No, that's not true. I dislike Breath of the Wild, but even that's not true.
That's not true.
Yeah. That new Zelda game looks okay. I don't know if it's really my cup of tea.
I don't like the crafting.
I don't like it either. You're frozen for me. I'm gonna.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're back. Okay.
I don't want to have to craft anything like that.
Ugh,
That's not a fun puzzle for me. That's more of a chore.
Well, so you're talking about the Breath of
Tears
the
of the
Wild 2.
Kingdom.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. I was actually talking about the Link's Awakening sequel.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah. Like that looks like okay to me. It's still not exactly my cup of tea. Like I really liked Link's Awakening personally. I like enjoyed the hell out of that game. I really wish Nintendo would do more of those games. Alright, so I am here. I'm like right off of Purubu. I gotta just keep riding these palm trees.
Mm-hmm. Poo-roo-boo.
We in Purubu. Amanda's leaving me after tomorrow, so I'm alone for the rest of the week until next Tuesday. She's headed to Newport, Rhode Island. Actually, near where Taylor lives.
What's she doing there?
Just vacation. I really need fucking vacation.
Where's Bobby now?
He's back in
Move
Long
on.
Island. We like randomly stumbled upon him like just walking outside one day, which was hilarious.
What?
Yeah. We were just like walking out and it was like, is that fucking Bobby?
What the fuck?
Yeah, and it was. He was doing I don't know what you'd call it, like door-to-door sales.
Oh God, no.
Well, it's not his job. He just decided to do it.
What?
Like
What
that's
do you mean?
this is the type of person that Bobby is. He just does whatever he feels like. So he's
Imagine Bobby knocks on your door. Hi, I'm Bobby.
yeah, that is
I'd be like, hi, Bobby.
that's.
What are you selling?
I wonder if I could possess the chicken and then do. Oh, I can lay an egg. Oh my god.
You did it.
Alright, so now I have visited Hununami, I think. But you can't do a backflip. I can. Ready? I did like 5 wrong things there, but that's okay. I caught a crab one time and it pinched off the chain I used to lock its cage. Those claws are insane. Oh. But yeah, Bobby was just kind of wandering with one of his work buddies. And we're like, holy fuck, that's Bobby.
Just wandering.
We tried to get him to do the 5K, but he didn't want to. We want to do another one, but they're so far spread on the island. It's kind of disappointing. We might do the one, there's one in a place called Eisenhower Park, which is about like 40 minutes away. But that would be nice. I'm happy to do more of these things. And it's for a good cause, too. That's what I tell myself. But you know what? I actually don't give a fuck who it's helping. That's how selfless I am.
For the record, he doesn't care if it's helping. He doesn't care if it's helping anyone. You do it for free.
I'll run for free, bitch. You see
I'll
that?
get up and run one right now.
I do want to like run more often. I don't know. I want to be healthier in general. Because literally exactly as you said, like exercising is like such a... I have found it personally to be a good stress reliever for myself.
It's probably the best medicine I've ever found. That's probably why I feel so shit, just because I haven't done it in a while, and I thought, oh, getting Pilates anytime is gonna help me, but in fact it's actually not helped at all. Because the way that I'm doing it, I don't know, the classes are like really long, and they're more they're good in that they tell you how to do it, which is what I was going for, but I don't know if like I just want something simple that's gonna give me a workout that's like 10 to 20 minutes long, and that's it. Just keep it simple. Like I don't. Also, I feel like I don't know. I feel like Pilates is such a white girl fucking thing to be into, and like I don't really like that. The culture, I'm not like crazy about the culture fucking Pilates. I'm like, am I really? I don't know. Like I'd rather get exercise. That's just me.
I mean, exercise is exercise, yeah.
Yeah, that's just me being biased, but you know, Kaylee was into it for a while, and then I found a playlist on YouTube, and I was like, oh, I like this shit. And then, you know, certain people take it very seriously and all this other stuff, and I'm like, okay, I get that, I do. But there's gotta be other like mediums, and I find that the 60-minute classes are a bit too long for me. I'm like, damn, but can I really, is this sustainable for me? Can I really do this like 5 times a week? Like, no, that's too long, that's too much, that's too long. Yeah, I feel great afterwards, but like, is it sustainable? No, I can't do it. Because I don't have the energy stores for that. I just don't.
You do it as much as you can.
Yeah, just do as much as you can. But the thing with me is like my energy is so unpredictable. Like I don't know how I'm gonna feel tomorrow. I don't know how I'm gonna feel the next day. Like I wake up and it's a complete like I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna feel like from day to day. Especially right now. Like maybe when I'm, you know, got my shit together and I'm getting like a sufficient amount of sleep and I can expect to feel good because I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. That's one thing. But I have to figure out a way to like do everything, do all of this, make it a habit so that I don't have to put energy into it, and then sustain that, you know. Mm-hmm. And then now that I'm talking about it, I'm like overwhelming myself. So, fucking hell.
Calm mind, Tara, girl.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do you see my problem? I'm the problem. I am the problem. I overanalyze, I overthink, and then I say, no, I need to do this, and this. I can never half-ass anything. And that's my problem.
You think your problem is that
when I was doing Pilates at the apartment, like the 10-minute like classes or whatever that I was doing every day, I would try to do it every day of the week, like except like Mondays. And if I came home and I was absolutely exhausted and I just didn't have it in me, I wouldn't force myself to do it. I would do it on days where I felt like, okay, I'm gonna jump right, like I would literally get home, I wouldn't even change, I would do it in my scrubs, and then I would just be done. I'd be like, did it again. But so like, the thing with this living here, my parents get offended if I don't say hello to them, like first thing, and then they like distract me. Like, I get distracted by them. Like, my dad stops me and he starts talking to me. Or my mom stops me and starts talking to me. Like, I need to, like, immediately when I get home, don't say hi to either of them. Come straight to my room and just do the Pilates or do whatever exercise. I cannot, like, I need to go straight into it. Because that's what I used to do at the apartment. Nobody was stopping me at my apartment. I have 2 people here that stop me and want to chat and just completely distract me. And then all of a sudden, 45 minutes go by, and I'm like, I can't. I've already psyched myself down with you just talking to you guys. Like, I can't. And now I'm tired. Now I'm more tired than I was. So yeah. Also, I don't like talking. I have to talk to people all fucking day on the phones. I hate that about my job. I don't like talking to people as all fucking day. I don't want to talk to people all day. I'm done. I'm over it. Sorry.
What about me, Terra Girl?
What?
I like talking to you.
I mean, I like talking to you too. I'm just saying, I think it's too much. I don't want to talk all day. I don't want to talk all day 5 days a week. And that's my job. I just answer the phones like all fucking day. I got my fucking Rona score back today. I answered like 400 calls just in the last month.
Whoa.
That's a lot. It's a lot.
That is a lot. Wow, this game just got extremely bright.
Yeah, so I'm over, I don't want to talk to anybody anymore. I get yelled at all the time.
Who you getting yelled at by?
Patience. All day.
Tu veux quoi? Ah, on s'en fout pas mal. Tu veux savoir, je veux quoi, moi? Du crabe. Je tuerai pour du crabe. J'irais bien le chercher moi-même, mais on va plus à Cueo à cause des gens de Unami. Ah, on n'a rien contre eux, hein? Mais eux, ils nous détestent. Apporte-moi du crabe, et on discutera.
What the hell? I love crab. I don't like that those people are yelling at you, Terra Girl.
You're just old, you know.
Tell me about
retired.
the guy who called you a white supremacist dream or whatever.
Honestly, that guy needs to be discharged because he literally threatened to bring a shotgun in and shoot everybody.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why did he do that?
I don't know, because he's a fucking weirdo. He said something, yeah, like, I guess, like, he must have, like, he probably yelled at somebody over the phone about something, and then we got him in, and then he made a comment to Heather, Dr. Flowers' nurse, about, like, he said something along the lines of, like, he complained about something, and then he said something along the lines of, like, I had to bring my shotgun in and teach y'all a lesson, or something like that.
What the fuck?
And Heather looked him dead in the eye. She goes, "That's not funny." And then she noted it in his chart. And I didn't even know he said that. And then he came to me and he made the white supremacy comment.
How did he say it was?
First he asked my ethnicity, which tells me that guy's a fucking KKK member. Okay, because why are you so interested in my ethnicity? Like, and then proceed to tell me that I would be very popular amongst like a white supremacist group. The question is, would you like them? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't. have a nice day, sir. And then he's like, oh, and then he leaves. And then I was like, did you hear what that guy just said? And I said to Amanda, because she was like the only one there. I was like, did you hear what that guy just said to me? And then I told her, and she just like started laughing, and she's just like, oh my god. And then someone in the waiting room also heard him say that to me, and then like someone in the waiting room was like, you guys have to have the patience of saints to like. She was like being very nice to us about like the comment that he had said to me. Like she couldn't even see me because there were like 2 walls between me and this woman in the waiting room, but she heard, which is like, And then I told, Joni, like Joni came up like 10 minutes later and was like, yeah, so that patient said I would be very popular amongst white supremacists. Like I was just joking. And then she was like, wait, he seriously said that? I was like, yeah. And she goes, you need to note that in his chart. I was like, wait, really? She's like, yeah, because he made a comment earlier about bringing a shotgun in and shooting us or some shit like that. I was like, wait, what? And then she was like, yeah, so Heather wrote in his chart what he said to her, and she goes, you need to document your interaction with this gentleman too. And I said, oh shit, okay, done. So I noted it in his chart, and we sent it to Patty, our boss. So we'll see what she does with that, because if someone's threatening to bring a gun in, you need to be discharged. Like, you need to, goodbye. Like, we are not going to treat you. We're not going to tolerate that kind of bullshit. And it goes against SMH's, obviously, like, policies. Just basic human rights policies. Like, we do not tolerate threats, especially gun threats. I'm sorry. What planet do you live on?
That guy's fucking weird.
Yeah, we're in Florida, but like, you must feel very empowered to feel like you can say that in an establishment such as this.
Man's got pee-pee issues.
And then Amanda proceeds to like defend this guy, and she goes, "Well, oh god, this again, like red flag number 57 for Amanda, because she was like, well, don't you think like maybe he has like dementia or something?" And I'm like, you're seriously defending this motherfucker? Even if he did have dementia, he was pretty fucking cognizant when I was talking to him. He knew exactly what he was saying. I don't give a shit if he has dementia. He's threatening to bring a gun in here, and he shouldn't. And if he has dementia, why was he by himself? So anyway, she was just like on this thing about, oh, but he's just like not in the right mind. I'm like, ew, like, ew, stop it right now. So, yeah, just another reason why, like, I don't agree with the way Amanda wants to live her life, like, and I'm sure she's like pro-gun and everything like that too, so either way. And her husband seems like he's the type to, stand your ground and all that bullshit. So.
Oh, I'm making food.
Donc, c'est quoi ton nom? Tchia. Toi, c'est Louise.
I just hate that kind of shit.
Tu viens d'où?
Why are you defending? I can't believe she defended stupid ass. I hate people like that.
See, I do feel bad for people with dementia that don't realize the dumb shit that they say. At the same time, if they have historically said horrible shit in the past, like, it's enough about defending and more about, like, yeah, someone needs to watch that guy. You know what I mean? Like, my boss is a good example of that, because, like, man, does he say some really insane shit.
I'm just like, bro, you feel really empowered right now to the point where you feel like you can just walk around and say this shit to a bunch of women that work at this establishment.
Am I making crab rangoons? What is this?
Spring roll. That ain't no crab rangoon.
You're sorry.
So anyways, I don't know what came of it though. Nobody else really talked about it. We had other fish to fry, literally.
doing horrible. I also got bit by chiggers on my frigging thigh, and it is really actually fucking me up. Oh, I fucking hate those bugs so fucking much. It's funny, like, I am covered in bug spray, and they fucking got under my shorts. That's how fucked up this fucking place is. God damn it. I have to, like, literally bathe in bug spray so I don't get bit. Oh, I'm, like, fucking struggling right now. I hate bugs. Actually, I don't hate bugs. I hate the bugs that crawl into your skin and make you itchy.
Did I tell you about the cockroach incident?
Yes, you did.
Oh. Just having a rough ass week.
It took me out of it took me out of the mode because I was doing so bad. Got no time for problems or for old beefs.
Good off stage, a rock band concert.
I forget how much you made me laugh. Where it was that new Guitar Hero game, and
Everyone's like,
they brought signs to the concert.
they brought what?
They brought like signs to the concert, and like it said like "You suck" on it on the sign. And it's like, why are you bringing that to a concert?
This is a judge panel. Like, come on, you're not Simon Cowell, okay?
Oh yeah, no, all your bandmates. All
There's
your
no golden button here.
no.
But yeah, everyone in the crowd is like,
Grab a skewer, take off your sandals, and come party. From here or from over there, repeat after me. Come dance and sing with us in Wellowy. Rain, wind, or scorching sun. Come dance, eat, and sing with us in Wellowy. That guy's playing. What is that called? The washboard?
it looks like a washboard. Yeehaw!
This is some like weird French Southern. I just got 17%. I fucked up so bad.
Louis t'attend. Elle est près de Goutou. Hey!
What's this? She gave me a key and a treasure map. Has anyone ever done that for you?
Giving me a treasure map?
And a key to the treasure chest?
No.
Oh. Tara,
No.
I biked to a place on Long Island called Kismet yesterday. Oh, I just unlocked a whole cowboy outfit. Oh, I'm getting dressed up in my cowboy gear. So I went to the beach and
Did you go to? Was it the same place you went to the first time, where it's like all the way in the back?
Yeah.
You went there again.
I went there again, but this time I actually like parked my bike and like went to the beach. Tara, it was so fucking nice. It was like so nice. I had such a good time. I was very, very peaceful.
Nice.
Yeehaw!
We ain't in Willy anymore. Just kidding. We are.
What did you say?
We ain't in Willy no more.
Willy. Yeehaw. Or where am I meant to be going now? I gotta meet Louise, get 3 pearls for the Kotume with Huanami's chief. Well, what do you know? There's 3 pearls right off the coast of Wille Wille. Oh, what just happened? Oh, did I drop?
Yeah.
Sorry, I dropped off the Wille Wille face. Wille Wille Wille. Wille Wille Wille. Is it legato? El gato.
He almost came, but
Un gato loco.
un gato loco. Ella es super loco. She had problems.
She had a problem.
You can't see me, right?
Yeah, I can. Why?
No, you can't.
Are you changing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No, you.
You don't know. Welcome to Welle Welle. My friend, welcome to Welle Welle. Tara, I've been journaling.
Have you?
Yeah.
Me too, actually. Look at.
Tara, girl, stop reading my fucking mind.
I don't listen. I don't know who copied you here. So we'll never know.
What did you say?
I don't know who copied who here, but like.
I think we just had a similar idea. Because we have the ET connection. Which is why I don't need to see your video to see what's happening right now.
What? What's happening?
You're moving around the room. Right now you're still.
No.
Folks, I tried to predict what Tara was doing, but unfortunately, I was wrong.
He was very wrong. Very wrong.
Tara is a little bit more unpredictable than I thought.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god, my thing is freaking frozen.
Put your hands on me, don't say I wanna do something, try all night. Every day when I'm Damn. This top is very revealing.
So what? You're not on stream, so it's okay.
I'm not.
I turned it off. I'll turn it back on though. It'll get us more views.
Sure, try it. No one's gonna click on this.
We got a lot of views for Amanda the Adventurer. And this is pretty much the same thing.
No, it's not. Alphas don't care about this game.
This is the games that like teachers make you play. I need you to learn about Wele Wele. Stupid Discord keeps freaking freezing. It's cause I don't like that some of these games do this. Videos and no skills, then we sync. I'm just turning all the things to high, so maybe it'll. Yep, sure enough. As soon as I turn it to high quality, Discord starts working again. That's so annoying. Well, I mean, it's still kind of slow, but whatever. Shh, whatever. This game is very different than Tortured Souls. What you working on there, Terra Girl?
I'm journaling.
Oh, you're journaling right now? You were in my Saturday journal.
I was.
Guess that was like first time I got to talk to Tara in like a week.
I hate that bitch.
Fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, I had a pretty full day yesterday. That beach was so nice, dude. I was so happy. Just kind of enjoying the waves. Yeah. It sounds so simple, but it really, sometimes, it's really all it takes. In that moment, I was happy. It's also, I gotta be honest, it's so nice over there. It's also very affluent, but like, it's nice knowing that like I'll park my stuff somewhere, or I'll leave my shit behind and it won't get stolen. That's like, you know, that's a nice assurance you have when you go to a nice area like that. Cause like when I park my shit on the regular beach, like I have to have it in sight all the time. Alright, I'm at the top of this mountain, and I'm trying to get to Perudu. Seafood pasta. Bami. Damn, I kind of wish the map was a little bit easier to understand. And I saw a movie last night.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Movie.
it was called The Last Front. It was a Belgian movie about World War One, but it was in English. It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay. It was very low budget, low scale, and very simple, which isn't a bad thing. But I almost saw that chick flick that just came out. Oh, I was actually going to ask you about this. It Ends With Us. Did you read that?
No, I'm not a Colleen Hoover fan. I've read one of her. I think I read one of her books, and I wasn't blown away, to be honest.
What did you read?
I can't even remember. Well, I read Verity, which is not a romance. That one was okay. That one was pretty good, but I just have heard that like Colleen Hoover's kind of she's a bit overrated and that her romances are a bit problematic. Like I actually do remember the one I read. I can't remember what it's called. It's not Was it Ends With Us?
Well, that's...
I don't know. I don't think it was that one. It was a different one, but it had something to do with like I don't know. The relationship was extremely toxic.
Yeah, the one It Ends With Us is supposedly really toxic.
Yeah, so like a lot of people in the booktube community, or at least the ones that actually seem to have like a better grasp of genre, do not consider her books to be romance books. Because they are advertised like that, and yes, it is surrounded by a relationship, like it's mostly about these relationships, but it's like the relationships are so fucked up and flawed from the beginning that it's kind of like, why are we romanticizing this like anxious attachment style that like shouldn't be? These women shouldn't have to like get the guy and prove themselves, whatever, or like, you know, or have like sexually, like have these like sexual encounters where the guy is like just extremely kind of violent, or just like have like really like intense sex and then feeling like very empty afterwards because it was just so like, you know, animalistic and violent, and it was done out of in like a moment of emotional turmoil. Like,
Well, that's what I was gonna
happen.
ask you. Is this like this year's or this generation's like 50 Shades of Grey?
No, because it doesn't really. I can't even remember the one that I read, but I remember there was one scene where I was like, why is she, like, this is not okay. What this guy is doing, like what this guy. But then you have women that I know are just like eating this up, like that they are attracted to.
It's very split.
Men. Yeah, they're attracted to men that like they you know, it's like a kink, like they want to experience this. Like I can see the angle. It's not healthy though. Like if that were to really happen to you, you shouldn't glamorize it and you shouldn't look upon this particular
That feels like a
situation.
lot of like those types of novels though, no? I feel like a lot of them are like toxic, weird fucking like
Sometimes, yeah.
fantastical relationships that are like, ooh.
Yeah, of course. No, of course, yeah. It just depends. Yeah, I just think that Colleen Hoover's a bit like, you know.
Demented.
No, I mean, I haven't read enough of her books to really like form like a solid opinion. But the one book that I did read, I was like, really? This is not.
This one's really
This
split.
guy's messed up. It was about this guy. Yeah, it was not It Ends With Us. It was like something. It was something else. But the guy was like, I really have to think about it. The guy was like her brother's like best friend slash, and it was like a close proximity type situation, and he had issues, like he had some baggage from a previous relationship, and he kind of brought it into their whatever it was that they had, and like I think he like got drunk or something one night. He might have just gotten like drunk or something. I don't remember. But there was one incident where like I think he like banged her against the counter or something like that, and it was really just like inappropriate. And then yeah, I don't know. Yeah. These relationships are not whatever. I can't remember.
Yeah, that's why
Anyways, I've just heard like not great things about it.
it's
But
been
people love the series. People love It Ends With Us, and then something with us. Like there's two of them.
all it's been extremely split. Like people either love it or absolutely fucking despise it. And I almost saw it yesterday, but I feel like I'd be so out of place.
Yeah, so it's all like women. I mean, I'm curious just because I want to know what the story is about. Like I actually don't know what the story is about, but like when I hear when I hear people that say like, oh yeah, I read, and it's like, what are you reading right now? Well, right now I'm reading It Ends With Us by and they can't even like name the author, and I'm like, no. All right, fine. You know, it is what it is. You know, like for people that like pleasure read or whatever, it's a great entry level. Like if you just want if you're like a rom-com chick, if you love rom-coms, like you eat rom-coms up. I am not a rom-com girl. I don't really like rom-coms. I think they're boring. You would like Colleen Hoover. Like you would eat her books up because they're just of that like caliber of you just want a story and you want a little smut in there, and it's all about the relationship, and yeah, it's just it is what it is. It's like a rom-com, but it's got like dark elements to it, so like yeah, of course people eat that shit up. And it's better in book form. It always is. So I'm not saying that Colleen Hoover's a bad author. I just think she's like extremely overhyped. And then people have issues with her content, but I just don't really. Her books don't interest me. They're a bit basic. They're a bit too basic for me. I'd be a bit embarrassed to be like, oh, my favorite author's Colleen Hoover. I'd be like, ooh.
I feel that.
Really read much. You don't really read much. Like, that's what I would think.
Entry level Walmart fucking romance schlock nonsense.
They would sell it at Walmart. They would sell it at Publix. Like, that's like, yeah. And it's like, oh, you really couldn't pick anything else. Like, you really didn't do any more research other than, like, so you read the popular books. Then. That's what I think. Like, you just read what's trending. And what's trending ain't always good. And I've read trending books too. Like, I always get book recommendations. That's how I read all my books. Is I'll get book recommendations, but I only pick book recommendations from people that I fucking trust, that I know have good taste, and that aren't gonna recommend a book that's like #1 top-selling book on, because that's boring. You don't want to, most people that are going on a deep dive for books are not going to want suggested Colleen Hoover books. Like, come on. I would literally just be rolling. If I looked up, like, historical romance recommendations, or just, like, romance recommendations in general, if I'm just wanting to read something, like, new and fresh, if that person... Like, if Colleen Hoover is on their list of book recommendations, I am not listening to you. Period. I'm not listening to you. Goodbye. Like, you are gone. Gone forever. Like, you are... No. I don't trust you.
That's good. I love that. You dislike your books that much. It's like, I'm not fucking listening to what your opinion is. No, that's totally fair.
But it's just like, it's like Book Talk and BookTube, and you can't fucking trust someone that's like, oh, my top 5 books of all time, and Colleen Hoover's on their list, and I'm like, can you please stop spreading this? Like, why are you doing this? But I don't know. To each his own. Everybody likes what they like, and that's that, and I really should shut the fuck up, because I haven't read any other Colleen Hoover books. I just read the one. I think I gave it like 3 stars or something too. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either, and it really didn't do it for me. Plus, I'm not a contemporary book lover. Like, I don't like books that take place in modern day times. I swear to God, yeah, I know that sounds like, ugh, but there's something about it that, like, it's like my same thing with, like, contemporary music. Like,
it's okay. It's fine that you're cringe.
Huh? I'm not cringe. Yeah, I am cringe, okay? But I don't like fucking contemporary music. I don't like contemporary books. I don't like books that, like, take place today. Like, I read books for escapism. Why would I escape to, like, now? That's not escape to me. That's like, this stupid.
Now, are you saying that only with
text messages? Like modern day, is comprised. A lot of the dialogue is done through text. I don't want to read fucking text messages unless it's like something zany, like Red, White, and Royal Blue, where it literally is a story between the first son of Madam President and fake Prince Henry. Like, are you kidding me? Or fake Prince whatever his name was, like a fake like monarch to be. That to me is really fun, and the banter was fantastic, and it was a gay old time, and it had me laughing at the end there, because there was a completely ridiculous scene where, like, Madam President, like, won her second election, and literally, like, they were, like, balloons were flying, and they're, like, in the Oval Office or something having a party, and then, like, someone turns to their right, and, like, the second hand, not the VP, but, like, the second hand to Madam President, like, the head of security is, like, making out with, like, the head of valet, and, like, it's just so fucking ridiculous, but that made me laugh so hard. I'm like, oh my god, this is a fucking good time. And then they made an Amazon movie, Red, White, and Royal Blue. I wasn't crazy about it. I was like, the book's so much better.
You weren't crazy about it. I'm kind of with you on contemporary shit. Like, I get it. Like, I actually don't. I prefer movies that don't take place, like, in modern day, where, like, what really sucks about a lot of traditional horror and thriller movies is a lot of it is undone by literally just saying, like, well, if they had a cell phone or an iPhone or whatever, none of this would have happened. That is so disappointing. Like, yeah, it's fucking true, and it sucks. It fucking sucks that, like, a whole plot could be undone by the existence of a smartphone. You know what I mean? Like, I hate that shit.
Like, there has to be a balance.
Right.
Yeah, but it made sense in that context because you have this dude from England and then you have this dude from DC and then they have to text back and forth and sometimes they would like FaceTime and crazy shit would happen. But their banter was good, so like the banter has to be good between the text messages. Like it can't just be like, it can't just be some boring bullshit. Plus, I have such a soft spot for correspondence romances. So like, and this goes back to like my thing with like historical romance reads. Or there's one book series. It might be one of my favorites, if not my favorite.
Yeah.
It's Divine Rivals by. Fuck, what was her name? Anyway, it's really popular right now. It's gotten a lot popular over the past like year. I actually had Kaylee read it, and it's on her top 10 now.
Wow.
Because I loved it so fucking much. But yeah, it's like a historical fantasy romance, and it's like there are these like there's three like magical typewriters. And it takes place in like almost like a 1920s era, like New York City. So everyone's like wearing like trench coats and like the bowler hats, and our two main characters work at this newspaper agency. They're both columnists, and they're both competing to be like lead columnist on this one particular thing. So they're rivals. But they're both amazing writers, and they both kind of revere each other's.
Is this the one where Is this the one where they were writing to each other, like
Yes.
without knowing?
Well, one of them knew. So Roman, the dude.
Yes, I remember this one.
He was So there was these magical typewriters. Like if you would. So he would type like a letter, and then if you put it underneath like this wardrobe in his bedroom, it would magically transport you her bedroom where she was. But it's because of the typewriters. It wasn't because of the wardrobe. It's just because wherever they were, the typewriters, and they would shove it underneath whatever, and it would magically appear in the other person's like possession. And so for the longest time, he figured out very quickly who he was writing to, but she didn't know who she was writing to. So she was like being very candid with this person, and she also really liked the way that this person wrote because it was fucking Roman. Like she liked Roman's writing, so of course she's gonna like this mystery person's writing, and she ends up like developing feelings for this person that she's never even known. She didn't even know like if they were talking during the same like time period. Like she's like, what if there's like 5 years between her? Like who fucking knows? And so yeah, it was fantastic. It was so fucking good. And and just the letters between the two of these people were just so beautiful. And it made it even more intense knowing that Roman knew who he was talking to, and he had to like show up to work and still like have to work with her. So yeah, and then he found out a lot more about her and her backstory and like her family situation and her brother and her mom, and then her mom ended up dying. Like it was crazy. And then so he's like, developing feelings for her as they're corresponding, and she's like, why is this person, why is Roman so, like she's like, I thought you fucking hated me. And he's like, no, I don't hate you, but he's got like a fucking secret. He loves her writing, and he thinks that she deserves columnists, but he's like, they're still competing. And then on top of all of that, because this is a fantasy, there's like a war between gods going on at the same time, which is kind of sounds crazy, being in like a 1920s like New York, kind of like, yes, New York, 1920s newspaper column. But there's like two fucking gods that have been fighting for a very, very long time. And there's a lot of news about this war that's happening while, all the while, but it's like, it's way on the front lines and it's like quite far away, but they end up like, so the girl, she ends up quitting her job and getting a job at this other underground kind of like newspaper place that actually talks about the war. Because the newspaper place that Roman and her were working at, they only covered like, they wanted New York or wherever the fuck that they were living to think that everything was fine, that the war wasn't gonna touch them, and they were kind of like the Ministry of Magic when Voldemort came back. They were like, no, this is not happening. Like, it's fine, we're fine. Don't fucking worry about it. Here's a story about something completely unrelated. But this underground newspaper, she's like, well, I'm gonna fucking join this fucking cause because my mom died, my brother went off to war, I don't even know if he's fucking alive right now, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna fucking go to the front lines and I wanna be a correspondent, like, on the scene. And so she goes to the war. And so she stops corresponding with Roman for months. And he's like, I have to she's like, I am not happy here. The only reason I realize that I'm even in this place is because of her. So fuck this place, and I'm gonna get a job at this place. I'm gonna fucking follow her. And so he does. Like months later, he shows up at this like little cottage that she's living in just outside the front lines, and she's like, what the fuck? So yeah. And then he ends up eventually, she ends up finding out that he's the one, and yeah, it's just so good. It's just, so I love like correspondence, love stories like that. And then there's one by Lisa Kleypas called like Love in the Afternoon. It's like a Bridgerton type series, like historical romance. Like it takes place, it's like England Regency era, and same thing. It's kind of the same idea.
Yeah.
Except it's not magical. It's not magical. She's just corresponding with this one fucking guy.
I didn't even know this was a genre of books.
It's very niche. Like it's kind of hard to find. Like you really have to know where you're looking. It's very specific. So whenever someone recommends a book and then they kind of explain it and it's like, oh, it's okay, it's like a correspondence type, okay, so then I'm interested. So this is how I find these books. I'm like, oh, it's a correspondence, okay, let me look into it. So yeah, no, usually, yeah, it's very specific, this particular type of, but yeah, I have such a soft spot for that. And only through letters, like through text messages is a bit, I don't know. I guess it could work, but it would just be, you're texting, like, of course you're gonna fucking ask who you're talking to, and they'll just, like, fucking snap a picture of their dick and be like, guess who? Just kidding.
Guess who? You know this dick.
Oh my god.
Guess who? An old pictograph of a cock. Guess who? It's like that's all he sent. What was the message meant to be?
Block.
Postman, make sure this post never comes here again.
No, Divine Rivals, so good, so good. Oh. Can't get over it. And then, let's see. I made a list for Kaylee because she asked me the other day, like, what would you say your top 10 favorite books are? And I was like, I like this question. Let me get back to you on this. So, here we go. You want to hear my list?
Go on.
Top 10 books, like, just my favorite books I've read the past couple of years, and I've read probably maybe like 103 or something like that in the past 2.5 years. So Okay, so number 1, Crooked Kingdom, book 2 of Six of Crows duology by Leigh Bardugo. I love Leigh Bardugo. She's probably my favorite author. Number 2, Divine Rival. Number 3, Ninth House series by Leigh Bardugo. Number 4, this is a guilty pleasure, but it's A Court of Mist and Fury, which is the book 2 of ACOTAR. Number 5, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. That book kind of stuck with me. Number 6, the Cool Prince series, which is like, it's one of those popular series that you see floating around, but it's one of the ones that's actually worth the hype. Like I have to say, I was very enthralled in this series. I liked it a lot. Number 7, The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. This is a standalone. Very, very good. Number 8, The Wallflower series by Lisa Kleypas. This is like a historical romance series. There's about 5 books. And it's like a Bridgerton type, but yeah, it's a great entry level, and I had a great time reading all of them. Number 9, Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. I think this one's a duology. I never read the second one, but I like the first one. And then number 10, The Book Thief by Mark Zusick, which is not a romance. That's like a World War II. That's a really dark one. But it's a classic. Like, have you heard of The Book Thief?
No, ma'am.
Hopefully, probably talked about it. Yeah, it's it's very famous. And then I said honorable mentions that I had to cut were Emily Wild's Encyclopedia of Fairies, Love in the Afternoon, book 5 of the Hathaway series. That's the correspondence one I just told you about. And then A Far Wilder Magic by Alison Saft. So most of them are fantasy.
Yeah, you're kind of a fantastical girl.
Yeah.
What the hell is this? Buonjep and Sonai?
And then we ended up talking about Bella's like weird obsession with Wuthering Heights. So like I said, I also want to say, I think all of the fantasy romances in here are not that similar. They all follow pretty different storylines, themes, and ideas. Like, Ninth House is some cult underground academic secret society occult shit with some demons. And it was so effing good. I can't wait until the 3rd book comes out, but what the fuck? So Leigh Bardugo's constantly blowing me away, apparently. And she goes, I used to exclusively read fantasy.
Did I not hear any dark academia books on that list of yours?
I would say Ninth House would be dark academia for sure.
Which one was that again?
It's the one... How do I even say this? It's the one with the girl and she starts to attend, not Oxford, but it's like, it's one of those like Ivy League schools. I can't even remember which one it is, but she attends the school because she has these magical occult abilities where she can kind of see like dead people. Or like these like phantoms that kind of like almost like demons, not demons, but they're like these like phantasmas, and that are kind of like, they walk around campus and they're kind of just like, I don't know, there's some like weird occult shit that goes on this particular campus, and there's different houses on this college campus, and each house is responsible for a different occult art. And it's this whole underground society. And so this one dude takes her in as his apprentice, and she's trains with him to kind of become the new lead for the Ninth House. And the Ninth House is responsible for everything to do with like ghosts, ghosts specifically, I think. And
I think I actually remember this one. I remember you telling me about it when we were playing Skyward Sword.
yeah, and so crazy shit happens. They do this ritual and like bust some shit wide open. There's like a murder mystery going on, and yeah, there's a lot of moving parts. But that was that one, and it was so fucking good. And then the second book was even better. So her partner, the dude, he like disappears. He disappears during probably some weird ass ritual that he was doing, and so he goes to this hellish kind of hell demon world. And the second book, like, they pretty much were just trying to get him back, and they do, but he gets eaten by a demon, and so he himself, through being consumed by this one particular demon, he kind of becomes a demon himself. So when they bring him back, he is in full demon mode. Like, he's got like horns, he's completely naked, he's like, he basically looks like the goat men in like these old, you know, you've seen pictures of like the goat men with like giant penis and like the horns, and they're crisscross, and they're just, you know.
I don't remember the giant penis part.
Well, yeah, well, he had that, so. It wasn't just his penis, but like, he was just out there, and they were like, fuck, you're a fucking demon, bro. And so, yeah, they had to like save his fucking soul. It was crazy. So like, his body was like a demon, and then they had to like go back to the demon realm to save him. Like, his being, his soul was like trapped there. And so, yeah, they went on this like whole quest to get him back, and they got him back, but not in. He's like half demon, half like, he's back, but then he's also got this like crazy ass, like, he's still got a demon attached to him somehow. So I'm looking forward to that in the second book, or in the third book, I should say. Yeah. So it's interesting, definitely. It was very, very cool. Oh yeah, so what did I say? I was like, oh, it was great escapism, but now I'll try to pick maybe a classic lit or something that will culture me a little to cleanse the palate, you know, like it makes me feel like I'm growing. Plus I can get those Jeopardy questions right. Hey! And then she said, I read The Great Gatsby for the first time recently and felt accomplished. I said, ha ha ha, right?
Tchia.
When I finished Dorian Gray, I was like, oh yeah. I liked it, but I wasn't blown away. But still, now I know what people are talking about, and I know Dorian Gray's personality now. And she goes, I don't think I've heard about that one. I said, it was kind of a long Twilight Zone episode, to be honest. Yeah, the picture of Dorian Gray. I said, Wuthering Heights 2, I was like, cool, I get it now. Heathcliff was a madman, and so was Catherine. Not what I was expecting. Also, why was Bella so obsessed with it? Like, that was a one and done read for me, but Bella be reading Wuthering Heights a shit ton of times, right? Which is true. Because in the books, like, they were like, she's constantly reading Wuthering Heights in the first book. And I'm like, so I read it, and I'm like, what the fuck is right, Bella? Like, this book is not... Also, it's about two crazy people. And, like, the guy is not a good guy. Like, what is wrong with you? So she goes, I feel like so many reader book characters love the classics, like obsessed. Wuthering Heights is one I would eventually like to read. And then I looked up like a forum to see if anyone else had the same reaction that I did with Bella's obsession with Wuthering Heights. And so I did find one, someone's like forum on r/Twilight, Bella's love of Wuthering Heights. This person goes, so I was curious about this book after hearing about so much from Twilight. Seriously, what the heck? It is a book of hate. It's not a romance. It's a horror about a human monster. Her love of that does explain her role in Eclipse more. So that made me laugh out loud. Like, when they were like, seriously, what the heck? She goes, what's the one with Boo Radley? I was like, I don't know that one. And I said, I know, it's like, okay, I get it. They're not like other girls, okay? More like pick me, am I right? Like, just admit it. You love A Court of Thorns and Roses just as much as the next girl, okay? Don't be ashamed like I am. And she goes, and the male characters are always like, wow, she's so cultured and intelligent. I'm in love with her. I know, it's so fucking funny, dude. They're always like, wait, you know Tolstoy? I love you. You're not what I expected. I want to bang you so much more now than I already did. And then she said, and it's always immortal men going after the teenage girl. Probably banged the authors when they were alive, now chasing children because they know how to read. And then I was like, Edward puts on Debussy, and Bella goes, Claire de Lune, so great, right? And then Edward's just like, oh, I love you, Spider Monkey.
Spider Monkey.
But it's the same. That's like the scene right before he goes, you better hold on tight, Spider Monkey.
Yeah. I'll never fucking forget that.
Puts on Debussy.
Hold on, Spider Monkey.
And Bella does the pick me thing, where she's like, Claire de Lune is great. Like, okay, you know the fucking name of the song.
You know the name of a classical song. Yeah. I like Beethoven's Fifth Symphony.
That's literally the most popular fucking classical song of all time.
I like Gymnopédie, or however you pronounce that.
Gymnopédie.
Shut the hell up if you're gonna pronounce it that way. Don't want to hear it. How did Bella's song go again?
I know it. Hold on.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
And Edward wrote it, and yeah, when you were reading the book, like, you didn't have that song when you read it. You just imagined like a beautiful, like, but they did a pretty good job, I think.
No, they do. You're right. You're freaking right.
Oh my god. If like fucking middle schoolers read Twilight, like, I just want to know what they would think.
I did. I read it in middle school. Oh, like nowadays?
Yeah. Like, would they have the same reaction? Would they love it? Would they think it's stupid?
They'd probably think it's stupid as shit.
I don't know, but like your puny 12-year-old brain is like, oh my god, vampire love. And werewolves. They're so animalistic.
I don't know, man.
They're just acting on their animal desires.
I think it was a fad through and through. I think it was a weird little fad in a short period of time where it was a popular little romance novel when there was plenty of those, but this one was specifically a love story about like fantastical creatures, and it just caught on. I don't know why. It caught on well.
I wish I read Percy Jackson.
But those aren't good.
I hear they're good.
You've heard they're actually good?
The books themselves, yeah, I've heard they're amazing.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Kaylee loves them, for one thing.
Kaylee also loves fucking Alien in the Attic.
Okay, listen. I'm just saying, Kaylee loves Percy Jackson, but there's one girl that recommends books to me, like not specifically to me, but she's like my most trusted source for book recommendations, and she loves the Percy Jackson series. And then there's another girl that is also a very trusted source, and she loves the Percy Jackson series. Like they're always on like these people's like top fucking favorite series of all time list.
Would you want to watch the Disney Plus series now that they're redoing them?
I don't think so.
This girl hurts me. She never want to watch anything. You know, I started watching Three Body Problem by myself, and it's very good. And I think you would have actually very much liked it, but you turned me down on that like 5 different times.
I don't know. I wouldn't say 5 times, but
4.
you just made up a random number on that one.
I asked you a bunch of times if you wanted to watch that. I know I did. Because I really wanted to watch that with you. I finally just took it upon myself to watch it. Sadly, I had to go, and I watched it.
Though, I have to be in the mood and like...
Sometimes you gotta force it to.
Moods are so unpredictable, Andrew. You know this.
I know. Sometimes you just gotta force it. Because we randomly watched that fucking movie. And we both ended up really liking it. Put it in your eardrums, dum-dums. That might be my favorite movie of this entire year. And it didn't even come out this year.
Oh shit, it's almost 11. I gotta go to bed.
You gotta go to bed?
I do have to go to bed.
Okay.
I should have been asleep 20 minutes ago.
Okay. Well, we're going to end the stream. I've actually made a lot of progress in this game somehow. So, I'm doing pretty good in Tchia.
Alright, let's wrap it up.
And we got a lot of good book talk. Alright. Bye!